everyone please rise? Thank you all for being here today. Dear family and friends, I call upon you all gathered here to be fellow witnesses with me in the marriage of this couple, Kritika Kari and Gopal Kotecha. You are each invited to join us so that you may share in the joy that Kritika and Gopal are feeling as they pledge their love and their commitment to each other on this day. We would like to acknowledge those family members who could not be physically present with us on this very special occasion, as well as honor the family members that are no longer with us today. Kritika Kari would like us to remember her maternal grandfather.
I would like to remember my tata, GLN Rao, who's not with us today, but he would love to be here. Thank you.
And the groom, Gopal, would like us to remember his paternal grandparents,
Bhimji Bhai Kotecha and Maniben Kotecha,
as well as his maternal grandparents.
Jayanti Bhai Badiani and Kanchan Ben Badiani.
Thank you. We will begin today with our first reading by the cousin of the bride, Nathan.
Lost somewhere between immensity and eternity is a tiny blue dot that we humans call home. Our species is young and curious and brave and shows much promise. In the last few millennia, we have made the most unexpected and astonishing discoveries. We are constantly reminded that humans have evolved to wonder, that understanding is a joy, and that knowledge is a prerequisite for survival. Our little planet floats like a mote of dust in the morning sky. All that you see, all that we can see, has exploded out of a star over 1 billion years ago, and the particles slowly arranging themselves to form living things, including all of us. We are made of star stuff. We are the mechanism by which the universe can comprehend itself. The world is so exquisite, with so much moral love and moral depth. We should remain grateful for every day, the brief but magnificent opportunity that life provides. The sum of all our evolution, our thinking, and our accomplishments is love. How on earth can you explain in terms of chemistry and physics such an important biological phenomenon as love? Put your hand on a stove for a minute and it seems like an hour. Sit with the person you love for an hour and it seems like a minute. That's relativity. A marriage makes two fractional lives a whole. It gives two questioning natures a renewed reason for living. It brings a new gladness to the sunshine, a new fragrance of flowers, a new beauty to the earth, and a new mystery to life. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Now let us turn to the story of the bride and groom presented to us by their friend Priyanka.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure and an honor to share this beautiful day of Kritika and Gopal's union with each one of you. Our mama, auntie, uncle, and Anusha, you all are terribly missed. I was there when Kritika and Gopal met for the first time. She and I had gone to the Museum of Arts in Boston for Diwali celebrations. We were struggling to get a good picture by a beautiful wall, and this tall dude comes along and helps us get a good picture. That year, we broke our tradition of hosting a big Diwali dinner for our friends, and look what came about. Gopal was definitely the highlight of the evening. I came home from work the next day, and Kritika was like, "Peeps, you remember that guy from MFA? He sent me a friend request. His name is Gopal." Sorry, Gop, I hadn't really caught your name till that point. From that day till today, it has been wonderful to see these two beautiful people build a beautiful bond. And so, Mr. Trump, you can safely say there's at least one iconic wall in the world, and immigrants made it so. You're welcome. Kritika, we have been friends for 5 years now and have shared a space that we lovingly called home for 3 of them. Through this time, I've seen you oscillate wildly between your extremes, snorting when you laugh boisterously, to that one vein in your forehead popping when you're furious. But through each of your moods, what stays constant is your truth, your strength, your passion to change the world through science, and most importantly, your love for your friends and family. Today, as you start a new life with your new family, as someone who's somewhat of an expert on the subject of you, I'm going to turn to Gopal and give him a few tips. Gopal, first, when she tells a joke, do yourself a favor and just laugh. If you don't, she will explain the joke, and believe me, that does not make it funnier. They agree. Second, always, and I mean it, always have ice cream in your freezer. She will need it at 4 a.m. when she's starting a long day, and she will need it at 11 p.m. when she is finishing one. When she gives you food, just eat the food. She will not let you out of your sight till you've finished it. Kritika values the little things in life more than grand gestures. A good cup of coffee or chai with a book or a conversation with you mean more to her than an expensive piece of jewelry. Now that doesn't mean you don't spoil her with that once in a while. The most important thing as the years go by is you will have to invent ways to tell her how awesome she is. The day will never come when it stops being true, but the day will definitely come when it starts being an understatement. Kritika and Gopal, you found a good one in each other. Be loving and patient with one another as you evolve. Continue to share your love with those around you. At the end of the day, when you're done moving mountains as scientists, find a moment of peace with one another. Forgive quickly, love deeply, hug longer. Guniti, Preeti, Meghna and I are immensely happy for the both of you. We hope that you continue to find a safe space with each other for your truest expressions for eternity and beyond. Stay blessed and happy. We love you.
That was beautiful. I think that made almost everyone here cry, tear up a little. Now we have a reading by the sister of the groom.
Okay, Gopal, first of all, let me just say thank you for being an amazing brother and a good mentor. You really set the bar high for me and Madhav. Like, thanks for going to Cambridge and Harvard, we're going to do great. We're going to do great, exceeding those expectations. I've really enjoyed our long conversations in the office, to you showing me snippets of random stand-up comedies. They were quite funny. Not really, but I laughed anyways, okay? Kritika, Krits, you're like the sister I always wanted. Thank you so much for being an amazing influence on me and stealing my bedroom at home, but it's fine. We clearly know who's the favorite child now. But Kritika, I can't wait to travel with you. You guys are perfect for each other, both extreme nerds, still perfect for each other. I don't think I've heard of anyone who talked about single-cell research for 6 hours on their first date. Okay? Your combined compassion, intelligence, and determination inspire me every day. I can't wait to officially call you my sister-in-law, Kritika. Congratulations, guys. Thank you.
And now the bride and groom have prepared a reading, so I'll hand this over to them.
He never leaves the seat up or wet towels upon the floor. The toothpaste has a lid on and he always shuts the door.
She's very clean and tidy, though she may sometimes denude. Leave your things out at your peril. In a second, they'll have moved.
He's a very active person, as are all his next of kin. Whereas she's lazy, she likes lazy days, he'll still drag her to the gym.
He romances her and dines her. Home-cooked dinners and the like. He even knows her favorite food and spoils her day and night.
She's thoughtful when he looks at her, a smile upon his face. Will he look that good in 50 years when his dentures aren't in place?
He says he loves her smile and her mental prowess too. But if he loses his direction, as he usually does, will she charm with her IQ?
She says she loves his kindness and his patience is a must. And of course, she thinks he's handsome, which in her eyes is a plus.
They're both not wholly perfect, but who are we to judge? He can be pig-headed, whereas she won't even budge.
All that said and done, they love the time they spend together. And I hope, as I'm sure you do, that this fine day will last forever.
Except for the weather. He'll be more than just her husband. He'll also be her friend.
And she'll be more than just his wife. She'll be his soulmate till the end.
Thank you for that beautiful reading. Now we're going to pass it on to another cousin of the bride, Nicholas.
All right.
Your time to shine.
Yeah. All right. This poem is very scientifically inaccurate. I think if Neil deGrasse Tyson read this, he would cry in shame, and Albert Einstein is probably spinning in his grave. But anyways, here it is. Dinosaurs in love. The fierce dinosaur was trapped inside his cage of ice. Although it was cold, he was happy in there. It was, after all, his cage. Then along came the lovely other dinosaur. The lovely other dinosaur melted the dinosaur's cage with kind words and loving thoughts. Scientifically inaccurate. I like this dinosaur, thought the lovely other dinosaur. Although he is fierce, he is also tender and he is funny. He is also quite clever, though I will not tell him this for now. I like this lovely other dinosaur, thought the dinosaur. She is beautiful and she is different and she smells so nice. She is also a free spirit, which is a quality I much admire in a dinosaur. But he can be so distant and so peculiar at times, thought the lovely other dinosaur. He is also overly fond of things. Are all dinosaurs so overly fond of things? But her mind skips from here to there so quickly, thought the dinosaur. She is also uncommonly keen on shopping. Are all lovely other dinosaurs so uncommonly keen on shopping? No wonder they're extinct. I will forgive his peculiarity and his concern for things, thought the lovely other dinosaur, for they are a part of what makes him a richly charactered individual. I will forgive her skipping mind and her fondness for shopping, thought the dinosaur, for she lives her life with beautiful thoughts and wonderful surprises. Besides, I am not unkeen on shopping either. Now the dinosaur and the lovely other dinosaur are old. Look at them. Together they stand on the hill telling each other stories and feeling the warmth of the sun on their backs. And that, my friends, is how it is with love. Let's all be dinosaurs and lovely other dinosaurs together. For the sun is warm and the world is a beautiful place.
Finally, we now turn to the brother of the groom.
I know you guys are cold, so I'll make this short and sweet. Football, basketball, and marriage aren't all that different. They can be loads of fun and yet require a load of hard work, a lot of learning, analyzing mistakes, and starting over. Every day is a new and exciting game. A good game and a good marriage aren't all that different. It takes love to get started and sheer determination to make it through. And in spite of all the running, jumping, shouting, and clashing about goals, it is a wonderful experience in which we grow and fulfill an important part of who we are and what we become. For every missed penalty, there is a beautiful pass. For every offside, there is a beautifully executed goal. Now it is time for the bride and groom to build their own home team. Congrats, guys, and I wish you the best of luck for the future.
Thank you, Madhav. Thank you, everyone who participated in that. That's really something special. Now we proceed to the main event, and I would like to offer this reading of the Apache blessing to the couple. In joining together in marriage, now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be the shelter to the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be the warmth for the other. Now there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be the companion to the other. Now you are two persons, but there is only one life before you. May beauty surround you both in the journey ahead and through all the years to come. May happiness be your companion and your days be good and long upon the earth. May you nourish each other and remain lifelong friends. May you together forever care for your families. May you both share in the joys and sorrows of life and enjoy together in the wealth to come. In doing so, may you grow together in strength. Treat yourselves and each other with respect, and remember yourselves often of what brought you together. Give the highest priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness that your connection deserves. When frustrations, difficulties, and fear assail your relationship, as they threaten all relationships at one time or another, remember to focus on what's right between you, not only what sets you apart. In this way, you can ride out the storms when clouds hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there. And each of you take responsibility for the quality of your life together. It will be marked by abundance and delight. At this time, I now invite you both to read your personal vows that you have written, and we'll begin with Gopal.
Dear Kritika, you will always be the wonderful girl I met in the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston. I mean, sometimes I wonder if I've actually stolen a piece of art from the museum. I mean, just look at her. But at the same time, you are so much more than that to so many people. Scientist, granddaughter, traveler, daughter, niece, mentee, sister, musician, friend, reviewer, cousin, girlfriend and fiancé. You have managed all of these relationships so gracefully that I have no doubts that the new title of wife will suit you just as well as the rest. I feel myself lucky to have my own title of husband. And so before I make my vows, I would like to thank you for being the awesome person that you are. And I would also like to thank your family for playing their large part as well. Amama, Raman Uncle, Usha Auntie Anusha, Ravi Mamu, Paige Mami, Nathan and Nick, for always being there for Kritika and for welcoming me into the family so graciously. And I'm going to begin by promising to support you, just like your family have done so through thick and thin. I also promise to be as welcoming, thoughtful and considerate to your family as I am to my own and as you are to mine, because our families are now joined. I promise to help you weather the good days, the bad, the warm days and the cold ones. I mean, if we can get married in a storm on the beach, we can weather anything. I promise to try and wake up almost as early as you, except when you wake up at 4 a.m, because 4 a.m. is a crazy time to wake up. Okay, I'll try 4:30. I promise to always remember our wedding anniversary, which shouldn't be hard given you let me marry you on Valentine's Day as well. I promise to be there for you through the happy times and the sad, through the good times and the bad. I promise to try and be kind, generous and patient with you through all these times, even when you're angry or upset. When you're angry, the key word is try, okay? I promise to engage in your crazy hobbies, whether it's waking up early to go hiking up a mountain, finding pretty cafes in small towns, or listening to classical music. I promise to push you to be the best you can be in all walks of life, personally and professionally. I promise to respect, admire, and appreciate you for who you are as well as the person you wish to become. I promise to challenge you, surprise you, and keep you on your toes. Like that time we played hide and seek and you couldn't find me and you thought I was gone outside the house. And all the other times we scared each other. I promise to keep choosing you every day as I have done and show you that I know exactly how lucky I am to have you in my life. I promise to love, respect, honor, and commit to you always, to make you happy, to care for you, and be your companion. I promise to love you forever, whatever happens, till I die and after I die. Until my atoms find you again, I'll be looking for you every moment. And when we do find each other again, we'll live on in birds and flowers and dragonflies and clouds. And when they use our atoms to make new lives, they won't just be able to take one. They'll have to take two, one of you and one of me. The name Kritika means star. I promise we'll keep shining brightly together.
Cute. Hey. Next.
Kritika smells?
This was. So.
Can you guys all please rub your hand warmers while we take a short break?
You guys spell Gopal with have go and pow.
Exactly.
Hey. All right. Gopal Kotecha, I love you. I love that you challenge me to think more. You explain more, and you understand a lot more. I enjoy sharing with you all I know and learning from your knowledge and experience. Being with you, talking to you, growing with you has made me into a person I am. You're one of the most compassionate people I know, and you have a quirky sense of humor. I'm proud to call you my person, and because of that day, in the presence of all the loved ones that we have, in the presence of all the 5 elements, the air that we breathe, the fire in my belly, the earth we stand on, the sky that shelters me, and the ocean water that I love the most, I, Kritika Curry, make you these 15 promises. I promise to support you when the world gets too hard and be the safe place for you to come home to. A home that will always be filled with hot food, good music, warm tea, love, friends, family, and laughter. I promise to patiently listen to your needs and wants and help them make into reality. I also promise to listen to all your statistical research and be nerdy with you. I promise to be there when you need me, to fill your days with sunshine, especially now, and to comfort you, protect you, and encourage you to pursue your dreams, and also challenge you to reach your goals. I promise to throw a little love your way when you're mad, stressed, or a little scared. I promise to invest in us, all the hard work, all the risk, because I can see the rewards every day. I promise to trust and value your opinions and stand by your right actions. I promise to respect you, listen to your advice, and occasionally take it without any fuss, okay? Hey, there are more coming, okay? Right, let's see. I have you. I promise to love you for the million things that you do that make you unique and make me smile. I will even love you for the little things that you do that make me frown, because that also makes who you are. I promise to learn from my mistakes and grow from our struggles. Ours is an equal contribution for life, so I promise that I'll help you when you need help and turn to you when I need help. I promise to not sweat on small stuff like your sock piles and chocolate milk cups. I'll try. You have given me such an amazing family over here. I promise to take care of them and protect them and strive for their happiness like I do for my own family. You have health is the biggest gift in life. So I promise to take care of myself, and I'll let you help me take care of me. I promise to encourage you to take care of yourself and help to take care of yourself however I can. That means we have to do more running, more gymming, and 7-minute workouts. I promise to keep your life very exciting and make marriage our biggest adventure, and starts right here, right now. And I promise to keep updating these vows, and I promise to keep updating these promises as we go, because one set of vows can't cover a lifetime of growing and changing with you, of someday raising children with you, and of falling more and more in love with you, and which is what I promise to do for the rest of my life, Gopal. I love you.
That was so beautiful. It's not every day that those vows make me cry as well. Thank you for sharing that with all of us here today. Kritika and Gopal, you have just made promises to one another. These are vows representing of your intentions. You will find that as you live your lives by these vows, investing of your time, love, commitment to each other, the happy times in your lives will be twice as joyous because you'll have somebody to share them with. Now in joining hands and looking into one another's eyes, I ask, do you, Gopal and Kritika, pledge to create a life of mutual respect, love, commitment, compassion, generosity, and patience towards each other as you grow together in the years to come?
We do.
Do you pledge to recognize each other's individuality and celebrate each other's uniqueness as a strength in marriage, while at the same time, will you guard one another's weaknesses with understanding, support, and inspiration?
We do.
Do you promise to treat each other's families with love as you do your own, to support, respect, and treat them with kindness in all times to come?
We do.
And do you pledge to share the love you have for each other with all living beings, to be a couple that lets their marriage radiate unto others, making their lives more beautiful because of it?
We do.
Do you vow to join each other in this marriage, to build a home and a family with kindness, warmth, and values?
We do.
Very beautiful. Thank you. Now may I please have the rings?
Oh, I'll wear that one. That's okay.
I'll take the boxes from you guys if you want to grab them. And you may exchange these rings as a symbol of your love, fidelity, and commitment. On the cold fingers. We rejoice this day in the marriage of Kritika and Gopal. We celebrate the relationship that has blossomed over the years and brought them to this day. With a love that deepens through many years, may they know its meaning and its mystery. How we become truly one in the sharing of ourselves and yet remain two in our uniqueness. By the authority vested in me by the state of Texas, I now pronounce you married. May we please have a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my greatest honor to be the first to present Gopal and Kritika, husband and wife. Now we have a few more words from the family, so we're going to be starting with the bride's aunt. Paige, there you go. Wherever you want to stand, they can see you right here, so if you kind of want to.
Oh, sit. Oh, I'll stand. Oh, I guess okay. Okay. I have some words here from myself. I was very pleased when Pinky asked me to speak at this event, but I also reached out to her family to find out if they wanted to say anything on this occasion. So this is from her mother. Good afternoon, everyone present here. I am Usha, Kritika's mother. Thank you all for being part of this joyous occasion. On this day, so many things that I want to say about Kritika, but definitely I won't take too much of your time. Right from childhood, Pinky, that's what we call her, has been so determined and always did something different. She outshone everyone in every way when she was in school and later in university. When she was a toddler, she made it clear that she did not enjoy eating out. So whenever her grandparents visited us and we used to go out, she ensured either me or her papa used to hold her and be outside the restaurant while others finished lunch and dinner quickly. I still remember the day when we both chose the university and the course to pursue after her 12th grade. She obviously looked for the course, and I helped her with her college and hostel and weather, as it's very hot in Delhi, and I wanted her to study in some cool place. And now I see where she's ended up with that course. She worked hard and used her determination to make her dream a reality on her own. Her inspiration has always been Ravi Mamu. Pinky Beta, I know you will make your marriage a successful one because you are determined to make it that way. Lots and lots of blessings to you and Gopal. From my side, Papa and Amama. Amama remembers how you had always been by her side since childhood and later in yoga and other things. How she has been by your side when you gave 10th board exams and GRE and TOEFL. Lots and lots of blessings to you and Gopal from Amama. And I always also wrote a few words from an aunt's perspective. Yes. What I admire most about Pinky is her tenacity. Once Pinky sets a goal for herself, she pursues it single-mindedly. She wanted to get to the best possible education for herself in her field. She networked in India for better research opportunities. She connected with a visiting professor from the States who was so impressed with her that he offered her a place at his university and a generous financial package. She continued to network and find research opportunities. She transferred to a more elite institution for her doctorate, where she routinely publishes and presents at conferences. Always one step ahead, she now had career goals for herself. But what about her personal life? Her family had started to ask about marriage. No, Pinky was emphatic. She had goals. She could not be slowed down by having to cook and clean for her husband. How could she win a Nobel Prize if she was burdened with making chai for someone every few hours?
I don't drink chai.
Then she met Gopal. She realized that Gopal would not distract her from her goals or drink too much chai. He embraced her goals and added them to his own ambitions. Together, they are greater than the sum of their parts, and I have no doubt that together they will achieve all their goals and then some.
Yeah, next we have a few words from the groom's father. Or a few words from the groom's mother.
Thank you. I just would like to say, God bless you both. Love each other, support each other, and my blessings are always with you. And finally, I would like to say welcome to the Kotecha family.
Next, the bride's uncle, Ravi, has a few words.
So this is a classic panel discussion. I've been posed a question. So I'm not big on speeches or prepared remarks. So I'm going to go with what comes to me right now. So be afraid. So the first time I saw Pinky was born after I came to the U.S. So once I saw her, I think she was a little over a year old. I still remember. She was so mischievous. You could see the shining in her eyes, and she was center of attraction. Wherever she goes, she does it. Somehow she does it. It's her personality, and she's so bubbly, she's so effusive, and she does a fantastic job with that. So every few years I would meet, and her personality grew. She has always been very kind-hearted. She has always been family-oriented. She has always been giving. And I remember when Nathan, he was 6 months old, when we visited India, and Pinky was maybe 11. Mm-hmm. And she became his sister, mom, everything. And I have videos, I have photos. She is always so caring. It's always been something about her where she does that. She takes ownership. She becomes part of you. She makes you part of her life. And she has always done that. So it was so nice that we've been able to watch her grow and blossom into this beautiful young woman. And she is not only caring, not only a family-oriented, not only loving, she's also very determined. She has always been, her mommy talked about her being tenacious. There's one, she is so strong inside. She is very determined. Once she gets her mindset on something, you cannot get her off of it. And so I told him, just about an hour ago, dude, you still got some time.
He offered me a speed
You're done.
note, but I said no.
You're done. So, and I have seen her blossom as a professional too, and she is very determined to really make strides much more than she already has, and I know she will. And when I met Gopal for the first time, it was in Boston. We were in Sheraton, and I saw him, and he felt like family right away. It felt like I'd known him. I felt like I've known him for a long time. It was so easy to talk to. He came to our house. He was part of our family. Nathan, Nick, we wander around just like we've known each other for a long, long time. So this is something that I feel is so natural. This is something I feel that almost was destined. So I have no doubt in my mind these two young people, they will make a wonderful couple, and they'll be part of our life for a long time. So thank you very much.
Finally, the groom's father has a few words.
Uh-oh is the right word. So, how's everybody? Everybody good? Excellent, excellent. Okay, so, firstly, sorry, did you have a comment? Just checking. Okay, so firstly, I want to thank everybody for coming and braving the weather. Really, it's very good of you to do that. But I think the special thanks goes to the couple, Kritika and Gopal. The amount of hard work that they've actually put into getting all of this done has been amazing. Kritika is the Amazon queen. We used to have 4 or 5 parcels delivered every day, and even the delivery guy became our friend. So, what I would like everybody to do is give a good round of applause to the couple for putting it together. Now, if you allow me, I just want to say a few words about the son Gopal and Kritika. Okay. You know, Parul and I, we spent 32 years together. We've had our good times, you know, and some challenges as well. And also we made good decisions, and we've also made some mistakes. Okay. And some of the mistakes that we made turned out to be very good. Gopal? You're definitely a very good mistake that we made. Okay. So, one piece of don't worry, there's more to come. The one piece of advice that I'd give the couple is called dimful. Okay? What does dimful mean? You know, India is a fantastic country, but one of the things that really amazed me in the way they actually drive. Okay? So even at night, you see the cars driving, they have the full beam on and they're going fast. What happens? You get a crash. Okay? What normally should happen, and what some does happen, is when one car is going on full lights, the other car dims. So lesson for you both. When one is going full beam, please make sure the other one dims, so the cars pass and there's no. So don't worry. That's the only piece of advice. Okay, so we grew up in England, and British comedy is very unique. There's one of the programs, one of our favorite programs, is called Goodness Gracious Me. I don't know if you guys heard of this. So one of the scenes on that program shows how typical Indian parents behave. Okay, and one of this particular scene I'm thinking about is where they talk about their child, their son being successful. They want him to be very good, work hard, be a professional, be a doctor, and go to Cambridge. Well, Gopal, to say that you made us proud would be an understatement. Seriously. Since primary school, or England primary school, here elementary school, Gopal, you made us very proud. You won various awards. You got a lot of scholarships. In fact, his primary school that he used to go to wanted him to go to Eton College. So that's why they actually introduced a scholarship to keep him at the school. Okay? And, you know, Eton College, I don't know whether you guys have heard of it. It's one of the most prestigious, prep schools in the world. You had 20 British prime ministers go there. Now, we were wondering, is this the right school? I mean, okay, will he get in? And, I mean, what about the fees? It's extraordinary, really. So, he went to the entrance exam and everything. And luckily, I mean, for the effort that he put in, not only did he manage to get a place at Eton, but he's actually a scholar at Eton. That means he got a good scholarship, and he was one of the top, guys to actually pass the exam. So, again, he made us very proud indeed. But the question was, he was 13. He was our only child. Do we send a 13-year-old to boarding school? Our only child, because Eton was only a boarding school. That was a very tough decision. But in the end, we thought that's the best thing for him, and that's where he went. And from Eton, of course, he flourished. He won one of the top prizes, the Newcastle Scholarship. He did very well in there. And then that followed on from to Cambridge and now Harvard. So Gopal, you've made us very proud. Thank you. But academics is one thing definitely. It's important. But Gopal has also made us very proud at home. He's very kind. He's very considerate for the whole family. We are very happy when he actually took on the education, future and success, examined everything for both our siblings as well. And Gopal, personally, I want to thank you for being an advisor to me, a guide to me, not my work, but also my financial and other stuff. So, thank you.
And you.
I mean, he's been more of a friend, and partner than anything else for me as well. So, thank you for that. However, when is this boy going to get married?
Did you miss the last half an hour?
This is just going back history, right? So, I mean, that's one of the questions. We were trying to push it, Indian culture, Indian parents, we want the boys and girls to get married. And as my uncle explained to me, I know my daughter didn't want me to say this, but I will anyway. My uncle explained to me, it's a triangle, okay? So all those single people, pay attention especially on this. It's a triangle, right? So what happened at the bottom? You got a selection, okay? And on the left-hand side, you've got age. So the older you go, the choice gets smaller and smaller. So we were trying to tell Gopal, come on, you need to find a girl. You're coming to your 20s now, late 20s. I wasn't particularly looking at you, but... So that was basically, encouraging him. And he was sort of coming around to it, and he said, okay, maybe it's time for me to get married. But he said, I want to choose a partner of my own. What? This is not. No, but seriously, we thought, great. Hopefully, we choose a partner of his own. He wanted to spend time with that partner, make sure it's the right partner, which is, very good. So we were delighted when once he came home, and with a twinkle in his eye, he said, I found a girl, and her name is Kritika. And we said, quickly get married. So first time we met young Kritika, this was in New York, and she was a real breath of fresh air for the whole family. She was. We found her to be quite charismatic, always smiling, happy, kind, caring, and very intelligent. Her visits to Houston, there were lots of fun and competitions as well. One of which was making chai. Okay, and I still think I win the chai competition. So, but she was also willing to help, and we had a high ceiling. We wanted to change the light bulb. Of course, Kritika was willing to do that. We got a party coming up. We needed to put up the marquee. Of course, Kritika is going to do that for us. So again, she was become total part of our family, helping in any way. And whoever's tasted Kritika's food, oh my God, yeah, there you go. You got some hands going. It's something. I said to her recently, look, if you decide to give up a PhD, we're going to open an Indian restaurant. Because, I mean, I can still taste the, what is it, the dosa, the aloo bundi sambar. I'm sorry, I can't even pronounce some of these. But it's phenomenal. She's an excellent cook. And then making me, I'm not a rice eater at all, and making me eat rice 3 times in one sitting, I mean, that's just phenomenal. So thank you. But don't worry, not long to go now. So the other thing, as Ravi said, Gopal and Kritika are made for each other, seriously. I've seen them, spend time together and also argue together, which they do very intelligently. Seriously, I mean, it's unique. Yeah. I remember once we were sitting in my office, the couple were there, and my daughter was there as well. And then different conversations were going on. And all of a sudden, they started talking about their professors and the hierarchy on their professors. And they're both glued to the computer screen. My daughter and I just looked at each other and said, nerds. And we quietly walked down without them even notice. And then they realized actually what had happened. And recently, we were having lunch together, and Kritika had a meeting straight after, so she decided to bring a laptop down, and she was listening to this lecture she was going. So I made the mistake of asking what the lecture was about. Unfortunately, I mean, both the couple told me about cells, cancer, SNPs, and e to the power of 10. Not my normal lunch. So anyway, so as I said, both the couples are definitely for each other. Gopal, I want to thank you for being a wonderful son, looking after the whole family, and thank you for being a friend, advisor, and making us very proud parents. Kritika, you are a wonderful person, and we are very blessed that you have joined our family. Congratulations to both the couple, and good luck for the future. We love you. Jai Shri Krishna.